Two 17-year-old boys in Singapore are now facing serious criminal charges, and the details are deeply disturbing. One of them allegedly tricked his former schoolmate into soaking his genitals in chili oil and even made him drink his own urine. And that's just one part of a long list of degrading acts. The story doesn't just raise eyebrows, it shocks the conscience. In court this week, both boys were charged for a range of offenses involving extortion, cheating, and forcing the victim to perform humiliating acts. The victim's identity is protected by a gag order, and his age was not revealed in court, but both accused are Singaporean teenagers aged just 17. The first teenager is facing 4 charges. He allegedly pretended to be a girl on Instagram and tricked the victim, his former schoolmate, into performing these humiliating acts. This went on for nearly a year, between February and December 2023. During this time, he allegedly made the victim soak his genitals in chili oil, rub salt on his private parts, and even consume his own urine. Other acts included playing football while naked, cutting and burning his own hair, and performing a sexual act on camera. At one point, the victim was also forced to eat a mix of butter, cheese, and chili padi. Can you imagine the level of psychological manipulation that must have gone into this? It didn't stop there. The accused also allegedly shared intimate recordings of the victim, knowing it would cause deep shame. He also tricked the victim into sending him gift cards and around $390 in cash. The second accused, also 17, was involved in part of the scheme. Together, the 2 teenagers allegedly told the victim that a gang leader was demanding money from him. This lie resulted in the victim handing over another $300. In July 2023, they also threatened to leak explicit videos unless the victim paid $2,450. That's extortion, plain and simple. The first accused is now claiming he'll plead not guilty. His case has been adjourned to 16 July so his lawyer can make representations. He's been released on bail with strict conditions: electronic tagging, staying in school, and living with his parents. The second teen, however, intends to plead guilty on the 30th of July. He too is out on bail under similar rules. Here's where things get serious. For extortion alone, these teens could face between 2 to 7 years in jail, plus caning. Cheating and tricking someone into giving money can carry up to 10 years in jail and a fine. Sharing or threatening to share private images, that's another 5 years in jail, or a fine, or even caning, or all 3. But beyond the punishments, we need to ask deeper questions. How did this kind of abuse go undetected for over a year? Where were the warning signs? At school, at home, or among friends? And what kind of support is the victim getting now after suffering such degrading treatment? This case highlights something uncomfortable. Even young people, if left unchecked, can carry out serious and calculated harm. And with social media and fake online personas, the danger becomes even harder to detect. If you find this story important or disturbing, let us know your thoughts in the comments.